Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Elaine's Creations Live. I hope you're having a great Tuesday and that you had a nice weekend. We spent the weekend, of course, doing our last swim meet, so super happy to get past that. And we just have our championship meet left, so I'm busy preparing for that too. This has been kind of almost like a full-time job almost, but I'm here today. It's July and it's watercoloring month. So exciting, right, Jalinda? Yes, I love watercoloring, and I'm going to show you some more easy watercoloring tips. Super easy. I know a lot of you shy away from watercoloring. Maybe it can be intimidating, but I'm going to show you the easy watercoloring tips because I cannot draw. So, and you need to be able to draw sometimes to do watercoloring, but my tips are just how to use Stampin' Up's products to make it so easy to get an amazing watercolor look without having to know how to draw. And to me, that's the whole point of stamping for me, is somebody else drew these lovely images for me and I just get to stamp them and play with them and color them, watercolor them. So that's why I think stamping is so fun. Let's see, so this week I'm going to be going to water polo tournament because my daughter is also on a water polo team. So it's going to be a fun week. So as you know, Celebration is July and August. So that is when you can earn free products for purchases over $50. There's free items at $50 and free items at $100. And today I'm going to showcase the bundle Wonderful World that is featured for a $100 purchase you can get for free. And it's a stamp set and a DSP pack of 12 by 12 paper that coordinates. And so I've been having lots of fun with this bundle and paper because it's flowers and I love flowers. You have a rose and you have an iris, and then I'm not totally sure what the third flower is. It kind of reminds me of an agapanthus, but not quite. It's not as full as an agapanthus would be, but let's see if there are any flower experts out there that can help us out. All right, so I always start with a raffle. And good morning, Connie. And good morning to everyone else out there. I would love it if you would say hi and how your weather is, how you're doing, how things are going, what's coming up this week for you, and any comments you have on the cards or suggestions of things that you would like to see. I would love to hear. So for the raffle last week, sorry, I gotta reach. The prize was the coordinating soft seafoam seam binding ribbon that coordinates with the Splendid Day suite. And the winner is Joan Gordon. So congratulations, Joan. Just send me your address and I will send your ribbon right out to you. This week's prize is also from the Splendid Day Suite because I could not skip over these because they are so pretty. It is the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Backed Gems. So pretty. And they come in, is it 3 or 4 colors? 4 colors. So, and you get 160 of them. So that's a lot, 160. So super fun to enter into the raffle. Please say hi or make any other comment and share the video, and then you will be entered into my raffle. So I am fussy cutting, yes, the dreaded word, fussy cutting, out some flowers from the Wonderful World DSP. I love all these flowers and there's a lot of fun things that you can do with them. So I'm gonna show you a bonus card using some of these flowers. So because my other 3 cards are gonna show you some fun watercoloring using masks. So we're gonna use masks to create the watercolored, well, not the watercolored look, but the design or the drawing part of it, right? So again, Stampin' Up! Products, you know, they let us just create. We don't have to know how to draw. We can just use the masks and they do the work for us, just like the stamps do. All right, so I've got one more flower to cut out. Let's see. So these are, Connie, these are your favorite bundle from the Celebration? Or from Celebration, I guess. Okay, sorry. This one has a lot of points to it. So I'm just gonna skip over the points for now and we'll come back to that. And then I'm just gonna cut, I'll show you the fussy cutting as well. I'm just finishing this one up. All right, so that's good for that one right now. All right, so watercoloring. Okay, so let's change the view there. Okay, so you can see my hands now. And I'm going to show you the bundle. So here's the Wonderful World stamp set, and it's got all these lovely flower images that have texture on them. So they are distinctive stamps, and they are, oh, I took them all out. They are red rubber. So red rubber. We're going to start with the iris, and then the paper comes in 12 by 12. And it's in all these beautiful colors. I love the purples. So here's the purple, and then here are the large flowers, and then more on Mossy Meadow, and Flirty Flamingo, and Rich Razzleberry, and then this last sheet is really fun. I'm gonna show you another bonus card with a fun little idea for these little flowers as well. So lots of things you can do. Okay, so to start, of course, I have my watercolor paper, and I'm gonna need a scrap piece of paper. You always need scrap pieces of paper when you're watercoloring. And I'm gonna start with the background because I want to let it dry, right? I don't think we need to tape it down, but I created my own mask. I think you can see it there, yeah, with the Wash in Beauty bundle. So this is the organic beauty dyes. There's a dye that's these diamond shapes, and so I used a window sheet and cut it out so that I could use it. And you know, I mainly use it for blending, but I thought, you know what would be really cool is to use it for watercoloring. So I'm gonna use it for watercoloring. So I'm gonna use a Starry Sky, and I have my watercolor brush ready to go. And you wanna make sure it's really, I like to make it really wet. So I'm gonna squeeze it out. Okay, so we have our mask down, and I'm gonna do this backwards, upside down. I wanna do this area right here, and then I'll flip it 180, just because I'm right-handed, so I wanna work on the right side, and I want my left hand to be able to hold this down a little bit more. If you wanted to, you could use the masking paper to do this, and you would get like a really crisp design, but I am not looking for a crisp design. I want this to be very flowy, so I'm just gonna get some water down and just like in a roundabout pattern here, and then I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the color. It's interesting to me because I think the Starry Sky and the Orchid Oasis are like super similar in color, because to me right now this looks like Orchid Oasis, but I don't want it to get like too dark, so I'm not gonna add a whole bunch more color. So I think that's about good. Okay. And just try to fill those in and make the edges look nice and natural, hopefully. Okay, and that's it. And then you lift it up, and then before it all blends into each other, I just take a little paper towel, and then I put this inside the paper towel to clean it. And then voila, you've created this really fun very soft background, and you can see the pattern there. I didn't quite get it before it bled too much, but you can play with it, which is nice. But it has a lot of, to me, it has a lot of the Orchid Oasis in it, doesn't it? I don't know, I just feel that way. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside, and then I am going to use the paper towel to kind of dab that up because I made it very, very wet. So I'm just gonna sop some of that wetness up. I think that paper towel is done. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the Starry Sky marker, and I think I used Pear Pizzazz. These colors are from the paper, so I picked colors from the paper because it's just fun. I'm gonna put this away because I'm not gonna need that. Instead, I'm going to use, got this little spritzer here. I'm gonna use the spritzer. So I've got that full of water, and I've got some watercolor paper here. Or I'm sorry, this is shimmery white. I'm using shimmery white paper for all of it. Shimmery white. Oh, the embellishments from the catalog. Yes, they're very pretty. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining me so much. So this is also easy peasy too. All you do is color the flower with whatever color you want. And I usually do the dark color first. And then, wow, I got ink on myself. Really good. Where's my wipes? Sorry. Let me grab the wipes. You always get yourself really good, don't you, when you're stamping? Okay, mostly clean. Good enough. Okay, so now back to this. I'm gonna use the Pear Pizzazz on the leaves here. And I just noticed that I forgot that there are leaves up here too. So I'm just gonna use a baby wipe to take off the Starry Sky right there. Take it off. And I think right there too. So just be aware of where your leaves go. Okay. And then we'll add some of the Pear Pizzazz up here. Okay. And if you feel like your marker is kind of low on ink, I feel like this one is low on ink, you can use, I thought I had my re-inker here, you can use a re-inker to add some more ink. Okay, and then I'm just going to use this spritzer to spray it a couple times. Make sure it's aimed in the right direction. Okay. So I can see the water on there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it. And then, ooh, pretty. You get that watercolory look, like you watercolored the flower, and then you get a little bit of blending here of the Pear Pizzazz and the Starry Sky. I think that's so pretty. And then you can even like get a second one if you want it to be lighter. And look how pretty that is. So pretty. Okay, so I've already cut one out. So I fussy cut this one. And here's our background. And then we're gonna use, oh, here's the card. Oh, I forgot, I got a splatter. That's my favorite part. I love to splatter. So we gotta do some splattering. So you can do this one of two ways. I like to do it with the ink and with the water, because I'm doing water, so I like to do it with the water. So I just get a little bit, squeeze a little bit of water and get a little bit of ink. And then I'm gonna put this away because this makes a mess. And I'm just gonna tap this on my finger, just kind of all over. And the more water you have on your water painter, the larger your splatter will be, the larger the size. I think that's good. I know it's very faint and you probably can't see it, but I've got like a little bit of splatter. You can kind of see that. Okay, so now I can put this on some Starry Sky. and definitely want to use a little bit more adhesive just because the shimmery white paper or even the watercolor paper, when you use water, it tends to curl. So I like to add a little bit more adhesive than usual just to make sure everything stays down nicely. Okay, so I think I wanted it to be to this side, or no, this side I think. Oh, I kind of like it up there. Nope, okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, there we go. There's our beautiful watercolor background. Super easy, not too hard, right? But pretty. Okay. And then we have our iris. So I think this was a second generation iris. So I stamped and then I stamped again and got this one. So here's the darker one, and then this is going to be the lighter one. And I'm just going to find my dimensionals and pop this up. And I forgot to add this sentiment. You should probably do that before you stick everything down, just so that you make sure you don't mess up. But since I'm using the Happy Birthday from the Pansy patch stamp set, and it is photopolymer, I think I will be okay. Sorry if my head's in the way. Just want to make sure I get that nicely. Okay, and then I think I want to add some, I don't know. It's nice to keep it simple, right? But I kind of want to add a little bit more. So I was looking through all of my embellishments and I didn't know if I should add some pearls or if I should add the in color or maybe the opal rounds or the iridescent rhinestones. There's like too many choices. I kind of want something like blingy. But I felt like the opal rounds were a little bit, I don't know, I think they might be too big. Maybe too big. And then these maybe too tall. And they kind of look pink. Okay, so either these or these. I think that's Starry Sky. What do you think? Should I do pearls or should I do the in color? Maybe I'll try pearls on one and in color on the other one. And we'll see what this looks like. Just wanted to add just like a little bit more. So let me go ahead and do some pearls over here. So maybe one over here. And then we'll do two on the top. Looks nice. What do you think? Okay. Oh, okay. It stuck to my finger rather than the card. Try again. There we go. Okay, so that's the pearls. What do you think of the pearls? And then we'll do the in color. Okay, so Carol says in color. Try the in color. So I'm gonna go dark. So I'm gonna use a dark one. Darkest one. Come on. Okay. I'm gonna put down there. Okay. I like that. That looks nice. And I'm gonna use two small ones. There we go. Two small ones. Oh, that's right. I forgot you can like mix and match. I'm gonna take one of these then. A little bit lighter one. Okay. What do you think? I like them both. I'm having a hard time choosing. I think they both look pretty. Okay. So that is where you can use a die to create your own mask and then use that for blending or for watercolor. You can use it for watercolor too, not just blending. Okay, so the next one I have is fairly similar, and I'm gonna use another sheet of shimmery white and another mask, but I'm going to tilt the mask. So you don't have to, use the mask as it was I guess, initially intended. You can tilt it. So I've got some washi tape on it, and I'm going to grab the Orchid Oasis. You see, it kind of looks the same to me. Let's bring back in the Starry Sky card. Where did that go? Here we go. It looks really similar to me. Like it could be the same. So, but this is Orchid Oasis, so I've got a different brush for that, just for time's sake, not having to worry about cleaning. All right, got it nice and wet, and I'm just gonna do like a little section over here, and as I put the paintbrush down, I'm squeezing. I'm always squeezing. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a little bit of color, pull that in, and I wanna give the middle more color and then have it be lighter on the way out. And this mask just works really, really well. Just like it. Okay, so I think that's good. Don't want to go overboard. And this time I'm going to dab it with the paper towel before it can bleed. I'm just gonna go like that. And yes, it kind of makes it lighter. So I'm gonna do it again. And then I'll clean that. And so there we go. Just a watercolored mask look. I think it looks so cool. Okay, and then we're gonna do a similar thing with the next stamp. So you're going to color the stamp with the markers. So we don't need that anymore. So I have the Orchid Oasis, and here's the Pear Pizzazz. So same thing on this one. You're gonna just color the flower. Just so this look like agapanthus to you? I can't figure out what other flower it would be. It reminds me of agapanthus because I have agapanthus in my yard. But the flowers are larger to me than agapanthus flowers, and they're not as clustered together. But actually agapanthus isn't clustered together. I was thinking of hydrangeas because I have those too. Oh well. Okay. And then Pear Pizzazz. Yeah, you can make your own mask out of any die. Just cut a window sheet, use a window sheet, and bam, you have your own mask. Okay, so now we're gonna spritz this. I'm gonna bring back, I'm gonna do a different piece of paper. Let's do this piece of paper. And my spritzer, I'm gonna move that out of the way. There we go. I want it to be misty. Okay, so now that's all nice and wet. And just stamp that down. Oh, I like it. Look how pretty that looks. So pretty. Okay, and then you're gonna cut it out. I know there's a lot of fussy cutting in this one, but it's really pretty. Or if you have a scan and cut, you could use that. Oh, and I forgot, you can stamp it again, right? Before it dries. And then you just get this lighter look. So you can get a lighter one, so you can get two out of one coloring. Okay, it looks like I'm getting ink from somewhere, everywhere. I'm not sure where. Okay, so cut those out and you get this, and then we gotta do our splattering. Almost forgot to do the splattering. So I'm gonna bring this back in. That is definitely very fun. Turn it around to make it kind of go from different directions, because otherwise it all looks kind of uniform. So there we go, there's all of our splatter. You can kind of see that. Okay, and then this one goes on Orchid Oasis. And what did we stamp? We stamped Thinking of You. Thinking of You from the stamp set that is in the mini catalog, Very Best Occasions. And what I like about it is if you look carefully at the different fonts, you can see that they pair. So Thinking of You goes with Comfort and Love. And then Love You Mean It can go with Love You Miss You and You're the Best Ever. And then You Make My Life Happier, Endlessly Grateful, those two go together. And then Happy Birthday and Sending You Smiles for Every Moment of Your Special Day go together. And then you've got 3 Christmas ones that are just on their own. But a really nice sentiment set. So I decided to use the Thinking of You. And I had to put the sticker on this one because it was tricky to get it straight. So hopefully that helps. Mostly, that's pretty good. Okay. So just kind of make sure this is nice and dry. You can use your heat tool if you are impatient like I am. And again, I'm going to use more adhesive than I normally do, just to make sure everything is tacked down. My son's having breakfast. Okay, so there we go. And then we'll just add some dimensionals on. Let's see, use these. And then for the stems, since they're so thin, I don't want to use dimensionals. I'm going to use a glue dot. So I just roll up a glue dot and then stick it on. So I'm just going to roll that up and just stick it on this one right here. That fits. And then we just, where's our original card? We're going to put this about right there. And look how pretty that is. This one's I think my favorite one. And I'm not going to add any bling to this one because I like it just like that. So there you go. All right, so that's the second card. Okay, so for the third card, I added more to it, but I wanted to show you the fun technique that I did because it's different. So I went ahead and cut out a deckled rectangle with the shimmery white paper, and I'm gonna need my scrap paper again. Actually, I'm gonna use different scrap paper because I don't want to get that one like super wet, because this is gonna get pretty wet. Okay, and I'm actually gonna set this aside. Isn't that strange? And I'm gonna use this mask, and I'm gonna use the Rich Razzleberry ink, and there we go. And so I'm gonna clean off this brush right here. Where did I put the, oh, it's right here in front of me. So to clean, I just squeeze it and wipe it on a wipe or pad or something. Okay, so I've got my water here and it's clear. Okay, so what I'm gonna do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to grab the dark ink, crazy, and I'm going to paint the mask. Dun dun dun. So weird. Why is she painting the mask? Yep, I am painting the mask. I'm adding color to the mask. And again, I'm just doing like a section. And you can hold it up so you can kind of see like where you're missing ink, where you want to add more ink. Okay. So let's see. Okay, and I want to get a good amount on there, and you notice it's dark. I want it to be dark, not light. So I didn't use a lot of water. Okay, now we're going to use this as a stamp. So I'm going to move this aside, put this here, flip this over, and then over here, and I'm going to just use a block to press this in. Kind of stamp it. And you got to clean off your block. And then I'm going to lift this up. So cool! And then you want to put this in your paper towel so you don't get ink on anything else. And if you want to, like I did, is you can go ahead and water it down now. And you can just like add a little bit, just a tiny bit, like of water to it. But doesn't that look cool? And it makes it just like look like, I'm just gonna go to the corner. It makes it look like you, I don't know, it makes it look cool. Makes it look like you watercolored the pattern in there somehow. But that's another way you can use your masks with watercoloring. So cool. Okay, clean this one off. Okay, let this dry while we put together the other pieces. So here's the card. And this one, you're right, is not as simple. I added more to it. I don't know, maybe I'll simplify it a little bit more. This is the paper, so pretty, and I cut again with the deckled rectangle. So this is just gonna go on like this, and I stamped the little leaves. There's like a little leaf stamp in Mossy Meadow all around. So if you want to do that, you can, but this time I'm actually not going to do that. I want it to look a little bit simpler, and I think that border kind of takes away. It's like too busy for me, I feel like. Okay, that's almost dry. And then I did the same thing with the rose. I colored the rose in Rich Razzleberry, so I used Rich Razzleberry. And then the stem in Mossy Meadow, and I stamped it on some shimmery white. There's that. And then I did it again. So this is the first time, and then this is the second time, because I want to have three roses cascading down. Hey, you know what? I think it even looks nice like that. But of course I have to add my watercoloring in, because that's the whole point. Okay, so I think this is dry enough. So we'll add this. I'm just gonna offset it, kind of like the other one. So cool. And then I've already stamped Happy Birthday from that same Very Best Occasions stamp set. And I cut it out with the, so I've got it here. So here's the deckled rectangles. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dies. And then these are the fabulous frames. So I used this little itty bitty frame right there because it fit perfectly. And then I have used my dark Blackberry Bliss blends marker to color the crinkled white. And I'm gonna use that, just like thread it through so that it's gonna go around here. I'm not gonna take the time to do that. Because I need to get that into a really fine point because the holes are so small. I guess I could punch new holes. I think that's what I'll do for the next one. But then for these, I just put dimensionals on them. I have 3 little dimensionals left. on this sheet. And then this one I'm gonna go ahead and do light, dark, and then light again. Just cascading down. And then I'll put the happy birthday on dimensionals with this behind it, wrapping all the way around the front of the card. So this is going to go inside the card and wrap all the way around. And then put this there. And then you will have your third watercolor card using masks. So super fun technique. I kind of discovered it by accident. Like I was trying to work with that mask and it was just becoming a big blob. And so I accidentally, you know, when I was cleaning it, I cleaned it off, and then I noticed that when I cleaned it off, the image on the paper towel looked really cool. So I was like, huh, I should try that on the card. So there you go. A happy mistake turned into a little bit of a technique. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so now I have a couple extra cards to show you. Also, one of them with masks and some other things that you can use as masks. But real quick, I want to look this up because I think the decal rectangles are a really great deal. So you get, how many did I say? You get 8 for $30. So 30 divided by 8 is what? Is that $5? So $5 each. That's not bad because you get all these layers. Did I do the math right? I don't know if I'm doing the math right. Okay, deckled rectangles. I've been using them all the time. I love them. I think they're great. Okay, so next card. Okay, so next two cards, I guess. So this is a really simple one using the sheet that has all those large flowers. Where did my samples go of the paper? There we go. So it uses this sheet right here that has all these big flowers. So I have cut out a bunch of these big flowers. So here's some right here that I was just fussy cutting. And then I don't know where the rest of them went. I don't know where I put things anymore. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I have all of these flowers that I can cut out, and then you can create this really cool card with them. But where did I get this background? I haven't seen this background in the catalog. Well, let me show you. So scrap paper again, and this is just a plain basic white sheet. And I'm gonna use the Orchid Oasis ink because I've got that. Actually, I should use the Starry Sky. No, I like the Orchid Oasis. And plus I have the brush ready here for it, so I don't want to change that up right now. Okay, so here's the ribbon. And then, sorry, I'm just gonna clean off a couple of stamps here so I don't get my fingers or the ribbon in them, because that's a possibility. Oh, and then real quick, of course, the other thing you can do is you can just stamp the flowers and, ink the flowers. So you just color them and then stamp them just plain. And they look super pretty. Isn't that pretty? And then this one I colored in with blends. So that's another thing that you can do. So I'll be making more cards with these. And then I got red ink on me somehow. And then here are the irises that I did. So I did some in Orchid Oasis, a whole bunch in Orchid Oasis. And I tried one in Starry Sky. So super pretty. So I just love coloring flowers. And then where's the third one? Oh, here's the third one nope, that's not the third one that I did. I'll find it. I put it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So here's the third one where I just colored it with markers and just stamped it straight. So you'll see, let's look at the difference here. So these two are watercolored. This was the first time I stamped, and this is the second time. And then this is the markered one. So it looks more similar to the second time because there's not as much like ink going on or water going on. But I just love that really soft, you know, watercolored look. So super fun. Okay, back to this. Okay, so just wanted to show you these little fun bag boxes from the annual catalog that you can color. So that's what I did. I colored this with Tahitian Tide. And then it's got the adhesive on it already, so you can put it together. So here's the one that I did in Orchid Opulence. And basically, when I was done and I saw the paper under it, I thought, wow, that's really cool. This could be used as a mask. So you could totally use some of these designs that they give us as a mask. So there's the paper that I used to color this box, and then I just cut it out and it makes this beautiful mask. So you can find it with the other cute little bags and boxes and all kinds of gifty type things. La. They move the accessories around in the catalog, so every year I don't know where things are. Because I know they moved the adhesives because the adhesives last year were in the back. There's the embellishments. Here it is. So it's Wrap It Up. So page 140, and it's the Delicate Details treat boxes right here. So you get 8 boxes for $11.50. And so not only can you color them, but you can use them as masks too. So you get 2 out of 1 coloring. So you can get a card to go with your gift, and you can get and where did the card go? And you can get there it is, a bag. And I was gonna show you, but I'm noticing that I don't see my treat boxes on my table. So I have misplaced those too. So I will look for those. And then I use the Orchid Oasis ribbon and to just tie a cute little bow, because there are already holes punched out for you. So everything is like all ready to go. So another super cute way to make a mask with a super cute card. So I'm just going, when I find it, I'll color it, and then I'll add these 2 flowers on it, and that will be that card. And then this one is just super simple. It's just one of the cutout flowers and then the background on some basic white. And then I'll put a little sentiment there, maybe a little bow and some pearls, and then that'll be done. Super easy cards with these. Okay, so the last bonus card I wanted to show you is, hi Dawn, thank you for sharing, is using and I bought it and I hadn't used it yet, but it's using the rectangular postage punch and this last sheet of DSP with all these separate little flowers. And just a quick note, they're the same as these flowers, but smaller. So what I did is I punched out a whole bunch of them, and you can just make a cute little card. So I cut out some paper, and so you can line these up, and you could do 6, you know, and space them. Or you could turn the card this way, which I think I might do because I think the spacing is better. And you could do the card this way, and I would swap that one out and this one out, and then maybe this one out. So you can play around with the little postage stamps, and then you can put a cute message on there and some ribbon, and that would be super cute. So that's another super cute and easy card to make with this designer series paper. So you get it free when you make a $100 purchase, and of course I send a free gift with every $50 purchase. And so, let's see, the end of Stampin' Up's year is September, so this is the last quarter of Stampin' Up's year that I have to earn the incentive trip to, it was the Baltic Seas, but because of kind of what's going on in the area, it got changed to the Norwegian fjords. So wow, that's kind of cool. Didn't ever have that like on my bucket list, but I think it's going to be really cool. So I really appreciate all of your help, and I would love it if you would purchase a $100 order and then get this wonderful world, if you'd like to, for free. And if you place a $100 order, I will be sending you my regular card kit, which is these 3 cards. So there's 1, 2, 3. That's the unfinished one, so let's pull this one. And then I'm gonna send you supplies to make the 2 bonus cards. So this one and this one. So go ahead and go to, I moved my little card with my order link somewhere. There we go. And use the current host code, and just email me and let me know that you're interested in this kit, and I can send it right out to you. So let's see here. Hi, Kathy. Let's see, just looking through comments to see if I missed anything. Hi, Carol again. So thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate your being here with me today, and I would love it if you would invite your friends to join as well. And next week, I'm going to be doing some super fun interactive hippo cards. So if you've seen the Celebration catalog, you've seen the Hippest Hippos stamp set and coordinating dies, so you can get the stamp set for free with a $50 purchase and the dies for free with a $50 purchase. So I am creating fun cards that spin and move and do all kinds of fun things. So you won't want to miss that. And then I will be off on my trip. I used the monies that Stampin' Up gave us. Since they canceled the trip, they cashed us out. And I have used it for that same boat that we were going to be on this year, the Symphony of the Seas. And we were going to do the Western Caribbean, but it also travels to the Eastern Caribbean. So we're going to go to the Eastern Caribbean. We've invited my husband's family, so they're gonna come as well, and we're gonna celebrate their 50th anniversary. So super excited to. I feel like I've been waiting for this cruise for like 2 years, because we were supposed to do it, I think, last year. So, but instead, you know, the Maui trip got pushed out. So then the cruise got pushed out and then canceled. Anyway, so thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you